Mark, thank you. But most importantly, Alan, and really the whole group. Joanne and Jason, I want to thank you for making this opportunity available to us. It's been exceptional. Now, some of you who were on the first part of our group might have noticed that bird watching is not a specialty that seems to have traveled down the generations quite as actively as it should have. So my first response when I arrived at the Itchen earlier this morning was immediately to look downward, because I am a very avid dry fly fisherman, and I can tell that I'm standing on potentially one of the great fly streams in the world. I would venture to guess. So I started the walk today looking into the water and into the river, but with the support of so many of you, I've learned that there's so much more than looking for those elusive trout, and you have to look up, but more importantly, you have to use all of your senses in a way that was really new to me and has been a great experience and a great education today. I don't know how much I can contribute in terms of Theodore Roosevelt as an ornithologist, but I'm going to try a few thoughts that you can perhaps take further than I can. At the cottage, they had Pat had his autobiography, and very conveniently there was the marker that allowed us to turn immediately to the page which talked about his visit here to the Itchen on June 9th, in 1910. And the way he introduces his visit, he said that he had been reading in all of his great works that he had loved of English literature about English birds. So he read in Keats and Shelley about the nightingale, and he talked about the cock wren that he had read about in the nursery ballads that he had then read with his children. So he had an intellectual appreciation of the birds, but that was why he wanted to come to England and see them, because he arrived with those images in his mind. I also know that, and again, this is an unfortunate part that did not get transferred to the next generation, but he had an absolute photographic memory. And if there was ever a bird watcher that was well prepared that day on June 9th in 1910 to appear here, it would have been Theodore Roosevelt. And he would have digested. He was famous for